Israel's intelligence agencies operate on a motto: "He who comes to kill you, rise up and kill him first." The quote comes from ancient Jewish writing, and it's very much part of the Israeli mindset. Until a few months ago, the Israeli security establishment had a reputation. There was a cult around agencies like Mossad for their targeted killings and skillful operations. That reputation was challenged on October 7th. Hamas caught them off guard. The Israelis were overwhelmed, even outmatched. In response, they waged a war. That war is still on. Israel says it has not decided when the combat operations will end. But somewhere in the shadows, fresh efforts are being made now. Israel has prepared a hit list of sorts. 3 top Hamas officials are on this list. They planned the October 7th attacks. Israel wants to eliminate them. And what are their names? Yahya Sinwar is right at the top, the leader of Hamas in Gaza and public enemy number 1 in Israel. He masterminded the October 7th attacks. In November 2023, Israel put a target on Sinwar's back. Israel's defense minister declared that Sinwar is living on borrowed time.
One thing is clear. Yahya Sinwar now hears the IDF trackers above him, the Air Force bombs and the IDF's action. He will also meet our gunners soon.
Israel wants Sinwar at any cost. Israeli press compares him to Osama bin Laden. Israeli military has a profile of Sinwar. It describes him, and I'm quoting, as the butcher from Khan Yunus. Sinwar has been around for decades. Reports say he learned to speak Hebrew before shifting to politics. He built the military wing of Hamas. Sinwar is an important power center within the group. He forged Hamas's relations with the Arab powers. And during the recent ceasefire, when negotiations were underway, Sinwar was a key point of contact to discuss the release of hostages. The US declared him a global terrorist back in 2015. Recently, France and the UK sanctioned him. And Sinwar is supported by this man, Mohammed Deif, the second name on Israel's hit list. Officially, he is commander of the Al-Qassam brigades, the military wing of the Hamas. Israel says he's behind dozens of suicide bombings, also the October 7th attacks. It is believed that Deif and Sinwar were the 2 brains behind this operation. In fact, Deif is part of the inner circle. Just like Sinwar, he operates in secrecy. There are a lot of stories about him. Some say he does not use a smartphone and that he lost an eye in one of the attacks. He also has a nickname, the Guest, because he stays at a different location every day at the homes of different Hamas sympathizers to evade arrest. That's where the nickname comes from, the Guest. And Deif is responsible for building the tunnel network of Hamas and for improving the group's bomb-making skills. All this makes him an important target for Israel. Then comes his deputy, Marwan Issa, the second in command. He works as a coordinator between the military and the political wings of Hamas. He's called the shadow man, perhaps because he's the least known out of the lot. But he's an important player. He's responsible for planning many incursions into Israel, including the October 7th attacks. If the Israeli forces take out Sinwar and Deif, Marwan Issa will replace them. He will take charge. And there's a lot that ties these 3 men together. They were born in refugee families. They've spent time in Israeli prisons. And in the past, Israel has planned and launched operations to kill them. But they all managed to survive. Now, Israel is aiming at them again. They say they'll end the war only after neutralizing these threats. Israel wants these men dead or captured. In the last 3 months, they've had no success, but they haven't stopped trying.